Hello and welcome to Hank Games Without a Hank. My name is John Green, manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. Today it's Andy Madley going to be our referee. He's very pleased with himself. So you know how all those YouTube channels, like every single video from YouTubers begins like, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Here's why I haven't made a video in a while, but I'm going to make a lot of videos now and things are going to be different. Promise. And then like 6 months later, they make a video and it's like, hey, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Things have been really busy. And like it's fine. You know, like that's always what I want to say to people when they're like, sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I want to be like, listen, it's okay. Like you do you. Nobody's mad. It's okay. The world spins on. If anything, the thing you learn when you don't make a video for a while is that you are not that important to the world. Like none of us are, which is not the topic of today's video, but things are going to be okay. You got to take care of yourself. And like, it reminds me of when I had like I guess a nervous breakdown. That's what it was. There's no reason to call it something else. By the way, we're playing Bournemouth. When I was just out of college, not just out of college, I was like 4 years out of college. When I was working at Booklist Magazine, I had a nervous breakdown, and my boss, Bill Ott, said, why don't you just, I tried to quit. I was like, I got to quit because I'm having this nervous breakdown. I got to go into like, inpatient treatment and everything. And I just felt like I couldn't function with a job anymore. And my boss was like, well, why don't you just take a few weeks off and then let me know how you're doing. And I was like, well, but how is the business going to stay afloat? Like, how are you guys going to survive without me? Like, and I remember he said, don't take this the wrong way, kid, but we'll be okay. And anyway, all that is a preface. It's Vinny Thrill. Oh my God, Vinny Thrill is on fire lately. All that is a preface to saying that we're going to take some time away after taking some time away. We're moving offices. And so we're going to like, while we're moving offices, we're going to we got to get everything reset up, and it's just going to be a hullabaloo. It's going to be a few weeks. You're not going to miss us that much. And then when we come back, we'll be here for the very exciting end of the season, like the last 8 or 4 of the FA Cup and the games at the very end of the season. Also, hopefully we will have fixed this lag problem. Vinny Thrill. I mean, the kid believes in himself. It's amazing. He's like he's like our 11th best player by skill level. Ooh, that was really poor. By the way, we've got a new player. I want to introduce you to him. He's from our youth academy. Overall skill level 57. And I mean, he's 16 years old, but to look at his picture, you definitely wouldn't think so. Like, he's 16. Making his debut for AFC Wimbledon, 45-year-old, 16-year-old Soriano. He's got, I mean, I would like to say he's got a ton of potential, but he doesn't. But I'm still going to play him sometimes because the boys are so tired. And also I made a promise to the ownership committee that I would play an academy player at least 5 times this season, and I don't have any other academy players, so it's Soriano or bust. Yeah, so we'll be back for like the tail end of the season and like all the cool, exciting stuff. Why did you? Was that Will Grigg? That was terrible. Wait, was that Will Grigg? No. All right. I think it was Soriano actually. Which, to be fair, it's hard to jump that high when you're 16 years old. He's not even done growing. It's so weird to me that like you can be a professional footballer when you're 16 years old. Like you don't even know how big you're going to be yet. Did that go in the back of the net? No, it did not. John Green with a disappointing finish. And also, I don't like the way he puts his head in his hands like that. It reminds me of how ugly his gloves are. Yeah, so we are going to be away for a little while, but then we will be back. And it'll be a really exciting run-in to try to get to the Premier League, and also to try to win the FA Cup. Oh my God, it's Soriano. He just scored in his debut. Oh my God. He's only 14. Yes. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Oh, wow. What a ball from Ball John Green. And then, I mean, it's a cool finish, you gotta say. Oh my God. He scored on his debut straight from the academy. He's one of our own. He's one of our own. Victor Soriano. Is that how you say his name? Soriano. Victor Soriano. He's one of our own. It fits. It fits. I mean, he's even got a song already. Victor Soriano. Is he the future? Could be. Could be the one. I'm starting to think maybe I should play FIFA 18 until like 2037. You know, like at some point it becomes like a beautiful art project to still be playing FIFA 18. So I've been thinking about doing that lately. But like I always have these ideas that require, in order for them to work, I would have to do them for 32 years and then I do them for 6 months. And I'm like, this is such a dumb idea. I'm so over it. Flippin' heck. Oh no, Bournemouth. Oh, it's all in slow motion too because of the lag. So I have to like, I watch it powerless. Okay, it's halftime. We were supposed to do a topic for today's video. It's from Allie. Allie says, John, I have a problem. I'm reflecting back on the year I've had, and although it's been a good year, I can't help but feeling at this time of last year I was happier. It's not like I'm unhappy now, but I just don't feel as joyful as I remember feeling 1 year ago. Allie, there's a couple possible situations here. One is that, like, because you're talking about being happy and unhappy and joyful and unjoyful, it doesn't seem like there's like a chemical concern here that there's like, I'm going to bring on Will Grigg. No, I'm going to wait because I don't want to hurt John Green's feelings. They're so flipping fragile, these guys. I'm going to keep Vinny Thrill right where he is. The kid's having a great game, and I love watching him. He makes me so happy. And, of course, Soriano, even though he's very tired, he's got to stay on the pitch. He's our goal scorer, for God's sakes. So I don't think there's anything like it doesn't seem like there's anything, you know, like cause for concern mental health-wise. It doesn't seem like you're really struggling. It seems like this is a joy issue. So I guess the first thing I would say is, hey, what used to bring you joy? Like what is the thing? I was definitely offsides because I was coming from out of bounds. Yeah, John Green, you can't come from out of bounds. You know, what are you doing? That's never an appropriate place to be on the pitch, buddy. You gotta look at the stuff that brought you joy last year and say like, hey, is that stuff not here anymore, or is it just not bringing me joy anymore? It's Vinny Thrill on the ball. It's Vinny Thrill. Oh my god. It's obvious what I'm trying to do. Vinny Thrill. Whew, that was ugly. That was ugly, Vins. I'm not taking off Soriano. Get your head out of your business. Anyway. I think the reason that you might be less joyful is that you might be spending more time on the social internet. That's my guess. I'm not positive. But I think if we all examine our joy levels in relationship to our Twitter levels, there might be a correlation. Maybe it's just me. Bournemouth! All right, now we got to start taking this very seriously. Vinny Soriano's coming off to a hero's welcome, but he is coming off. Dean Parrott coming on. I mean, it's just not a lot that Holderson could do there. I mean, it's, you know, God himself couldn't have saved that. So it's really on me. It is. I'm a little disappointed. A draw here is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, Jermaine Defoe gets paid more than my entire squad. But we're going to bring on Dean Parrott. I'm also going to look just on the bench and see if there's... Vinny Thrill always had a great game. I mean, who am I going to bring on? Nobody. I should have had a Noma on the bench, but he's been tired playing too much. And I'm trying to save these guys for the end of the season because I know that it's going to be a difficult run-in. But now we're in a tight spot because I think Bournemouth is going to be quite happy with a point, and we're going to have to figure out a way to score in difficult situations. That's an interesting ball, but nothing came of it. So that's my first thought, is like maybe you're doing something that feels good in the moment, but is like decreasing your overall amount of joy. That's a big problem that I have where like, it really like, that's what my OCD is at its core, right? Is, thank God. At its core, it's, like doing compulsive behaviors to relieve the pressure and stress of obsessive thoughts. And, I don't think that like most of the time I'm doing that, or like I do that in other ways that aren't like part of that disease or aren't pathological, but it's just that I see the same behavior patterns in like other parts of my life. I think sometimes like we do things that like McDonald's is a really good example. It's an example I use a lot, but I do think it's a good example because like McDonald's tastes good. And by the way, I don't have an issue with like people eating McDonald's occasionally. I'm not telling you to not eat McDonald's. It's like cheap food and it's very unlikely to poison you, which are like two of the things I really look for in my food consumption. Is it going to poison me, and does it cost too much? So the answer on McDonald's is like definitely doesn't cost too much. And is it going to poison you? Not usually. So that's something. So I'm not saying, but what I mean is that like eating fast food in general, like it feels good in the moment. And then 10 minutes later, you're like my life is a little bit worse than it was before I did this thing. And there are so many versions of that in my life anyway. And so I wonder, Allie, if like that might be the issue. Like you're doing things that like don't make you unhappy necessarily, but like do over time, like kind of decrease the amount of joy in your life, or even maybe like the capacity that you have for joy. I also think like when it comes to joy, we've got to find the little things that are big things. Like, I have probably seen 5 sunsets this year, or 5 sunrises, I mean, this year. And like, wow, what a 5. You know what I mean? Like like if I can make room in my life for the sunrise, I'm always like, this is phenomenal. And it really is. Oh, that's good. Speaking of phenomenal, John Green, 1 touch away from a really promising shot on goal, but it comes to nothing. And you've got to say at this point, it's desperate situations. I'm going all out attack. With me, it's all or nothing, and it's all right now. It's all out attack. Desi Oshalaja doing his part. That's bad ball. All right, so we've just got a Meredith's looking at me as if like terrible news just broke, like Michael Jackson died, but not that because that already happened.
I'm not on Twitter.
She's not on Twitter.
Right now.
So she doesn't know. She doesn't know if Michael Jackson is dead. Oh, it's gotta be. Oh no, it's saved. What a phenomenal save by Begovic. Unbelievable stuff. Heartbreak for the Wimbly Womblys. Oh, Vinny Thrill is dispossessed and injured. No, it's John Green. Oh no. Will Grigg, I should have brought you on at halftime. All right. Well, I mean, that's probably going to be the end of the game, but it has ended in the worst possible fashion with John Green being injured. 1-1 draw. Suddenly I'm a little light on joy. Thanks for watching. The best wishes.